Millions of people around the world take to the streets and climb on roofs to see an incredible cosmic phenomenon. Another planet, right next to the moon, is big and red. At first, everyone is excited. Mars, which appeared out of nowhere, has a strange effect on humanity. Like the moon, which is able to influence the psychological and physical condition of some people, the unexpected visit of Mars makes Earthlings behave unusually. Every night, the sky is illuminated by the white light of the moon and the red glow of Mars. Many people have something like insomnia, some even stop drinking coffee, they no longer feel sleepy. Mars awakens energy in people and a certain wildness, they laugh more often, and some go completely crazy. People are starting to leave the house more often to enjoy the beauty of the unusual night sky. Soon everyone notices that Mars is getting bigger and bigger. Scientists confirm that the red planet is slowly approaching the Earth. A collision is inevitable. The Earthlings have only a few years left. A couple of months ago, a giant asteroid crashed into the red planet. The impact was so strong that Mars flew out of its orbit and went into free swimming. The chance that Mars would fly closer to Earth was already great. 3 seconds after the announcement, the news spreads around the world. A panic begins. The situation is getting worse by the minute. The closer Mars is, the more it affects the physical condition of people. Hundreds of videos with simulations of the collision of Mars and Earth appear on the internet. Don't wait for a happy ending. Do you want to see what happens? The internet celebrity asks his subscribers. The Earth is almost completely covered with water, and Mars is dust, sand and rocks. Then she puts a huge watermelon in the middle of the room and launches a bowling ball into it. Strike. Mars is already almost the same size as the Moon. It is about to enter the orbit of the Moon and is already influencing the Earth's magnetic field. Floods, hurricanes, tsunamis, powerful thunderstorms, the situation is getting worse and worse. The animals are going crazy, the birds are no longer migrating south. The northern lights are seen in the Caribbean. TV news is bad for the economy. People stop going to work. Everyone wants to have fun and be with relatives. There are enough resources on Earth to survive until the catastrophe, so no one is even trying to solve the problem of the planet. Clothes, food, cars, yachts, everything loses its value and becomes free. Parties are held on the streets around the world every day. People decide to spend their last months in peace and harmony. A global catastrophe unites humanity like never before. In order not to die in boredom, the Earthlings organize a large-scale rock concert. A red giant destroying our beautiful blue planet. Rock music will be a great soundtrack. There is just enough time to eat, dance, have fun and listen to music. Giant stages are being built all over the planet. This is the last concert for every musician. And suddenly there is hope. Scientists have calculated how events will unfold when Mars collides with Earth and have come up with a simple plan. Fortunately, people have been planning to migrate to Mars for a long time and have been building spaceships for many years. There is no time to fly to another planet before the collision, but there is good news. People can wait out the catastrophe outside of Earth's orbit. You will be able to sit on the space station, chew popcorn and enjoy the show. When everything calms down, you may be able to return to Earth or to what remains of it. After learning about this plan, people get to work. They finish building ships day and night. Everyone makes their contribution. There are still 2 years until Day X. Huge scenes are being converted into space stations. Mars gives people more and more energy, so that in a matter of months they manage to build thousands of new stations together. This is what happens when 7 billion people work together. Farmers, doctors, cooks, engineers, athletes, accountants are all on the same team. Mars is already closer to us than the Moon. The red giant covers the sun and our planet is plunged into darkness. There are only a few days left. People work 7 days a week. They are about to finish the construction of several 100,000 space stations. It takes 4 days for everyone to get on board. Also loading of stocks, animals, fish, grain, plants, vegetables, fruits, video games. According to calculations, the red giant will enter the Earth's orbit in a couple of days, then it will begin to accelerate. Mars is a little more than half the size of the Earth, but in the sky it seems incredibly huge. The spaceships are starting to take off. People cast their last glances at the ground to memorize every centimeter. In a few hours, the world will not be the same. The stations fly away for a fairly long distance. This event is perfect for the soundtrack. Rock stars on ships organize a music festival in outer space. Under the amazing rock music, Mars enters the Earth's atmosphere and burns a thin layer of its own surface. This is accompanied by a powerful release of energy. Mars picks up speed and crashes into the Pacific Ocean. A powerful shock wave covers the entire globe. The whole sky is lit up with flames. People on spaceships wear sunglasses so as not to go blind. Our blue planet is turning into a fiery one. The dust of Mars mixes with the water of the Earth. A blow of such force destroys the Earth's crust and reaches liquid hot magma. Hundreds of pieces of Mars, some the size of entire countries, seem to float in the atmosphere. The collision generates so much energy that the oceans boil and evaporate. Rivers of liquid metal are spreading all over the Earth. Days, weeks, a month pass. A line of Mars particles is formed around the Earth. It becomes like a fiery Saturn. It will take a long time before people can return to Earth, but humanity will not last that long on spaceships either. Food, water and oxygen will run out in a few years, but scientists already have a plan. The spaceships are being rebuilt and turned into giant cryocambers. They are equipped with energy panels. The red-hot surface of the Earth releases a lot of energy. This is enough for the continuous operation of ships for thousands of years while everyone on board will sleep, and as soon as the planet cools down, people will wake up. Hundreds of thousands of years pass and one day an alarm goes off on all the ships at the same time. People slowly wake up. They are exhausted, but after a couple of billion cups of coffee, everyone is ready to fly. New continents must have formed on Earth below, and the atmosphere is most likely already completely different. The planet could have left its orbit. There is a possibility that it rotates at a different angle. There is no usual change of seasons. All the water on Earth evaporated in the first few hours. But there were giant glaciers on Mars that could melt when they collided. Maybe Mars shared water with our planet? The clouds of dust and dirt must have already settled and the land is suitable for growing plants. Magma must have thrown out a lot of useful minerals and chemicals. It will not be easy, but humanity will be able to get used to the new Earth. People are ready for anything. Earthlings run up to the portholes to find out what it is now their favorite planet, after all these centuries and millennia. But where is she? People stretch their necks looking into the void, where the Earth used to be. The collision with Mars was so powerful that the Earth flew off from the orbit in which it revolved around the Sun. Cool. What are we going to do now? Some bearded guy picks up a guitar and says, "Play and sing."